Space Podcast Network. The opinions expressed on this show are those.
Oh no, I fucked that up. I gotta play that again. Hang on. Damn it, here we go. Shut up, dude. Dapper, here we go. We're playing the opening.
This podcast is part of the Day Space Podcast Network. The opinions expressed on this show are those individuals who say them and are not of Day Space Studios or any of its affiliates. What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of EverdaySchmoesPodcast. We got a full crew this week. God damn, Joe's face keeps popping up on the other side. It wouldn't be a podcast if you didn't hear Dapper there fucking hacking a lung up because he can't fucking hit his vape very right.
Fuck you.
No. So what's up, guys? Joe, you're back.
Yeah,
Syko.
long couple weeks.
Yeah. You were dealing with some funeral stuff and.
Yeah, had a passing in the family, so you all know how that goes.
Dude,
But
what are you doing over there? Are you gonna live through the show?
Oh, I got this.
Are you sure? I mean, dude.
I got it.
All right.
Why you jumping on my shit so much?
Because you're like in the middle, we're in the middle of trying to play the opening, and you're hacking a lung, so you're probably gonna hear Dapper just almost die and convulse on his basement floor.
Good.
You're good. So we got preseason football going on. I was just watching the Bills game against the Browns, and it's only preseason, but the Browns defense looks good. But Josh Allen. Josh Allen looks fucking amazing, and if he's not starter week 1, I wouldn't be surprised. I say cut AJ right now. Save yourself some money. Put Peterman in there as a backup. That kid's good. He's still got to learn some, but put him in.
I like McCarron. I don't know how I feel yet. I do love Allen, though. Allen, I think he is the franchise. He's the future of Buffalo for sure. But Cleveland, I'm going to go out and say this now. They're going to win 6 games this year at least. Cleveland is going to be the team to surprise everybody this year. They're going to be the team. I'm not saying playoffs or winning the division or anything like that, but Cleveland is going to turn heads this year.
Free beer, man. That's all I got to say. Beer. That's all I got to say. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm a Steelers fan. Everybody knows that. But I'm telling you right now, the only reason the Browns were so shitty is because they're not a fourth quarter team. They put up the numbers. They just can't pull it off. They can't win a game. They're there. They play fucking playoff teams, and they play it close. But with that free beer, they're going to win games because the Browns fans are going to get pissed if they don't.
Yeah, so for everybody that doesn't know, there's this beer company in Cleveland that have put out these beer coolers with locks on them, with automatic timers on them. And they unlock when the Browns win their first game, and all the beer in the cooler is free. So they're strategically placed at each bar in Cleveland. So,
yeah, but here's the thing though. How much beer can you fit in an average cooler like that size?
I mean, is it an average cooler or what size is it?
Yeah, it's an average cooler, like an average walk-in cooler. Not a walk-in cooler, but like a walk-in,
like something at the gas station or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. But here's the thing. How many fans are they doing it in the stadium and in all the bars and everything in Cleveland?
From what I read, I think there's one in the stadium, and there's a bunch of them are outside of at bars.
That's gonna be
mayhem.
It's gonna be fucking crazy, dude. That's gonna be like when LeBron won the championship, dude.
Right?
It's gonna be chaos.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely be some chaos, but it also is going to be if they don't. I think
Are they going to
They-
be?
Are they going to have
Are they
another?
going to be like a special can or something like that, like a limited edition or
I don't know.
Cleveland something or
I
what
might go
beer
to a
company's
Browns game.
doing it?
I don't know. Let me look
might-
it up right now. I'll ask
It might be
Google.
worth it just to get one, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to the Browns game.
How are you going to go to the Browns game?
I got
I'm
tickets for November 25th, Buffalo and Jacksonville,
Ooh, that's a good game there.
up in Buffalo. Yeah,
Browns
I'm going
fans
to-
get free beer if they win. I'm asking Google right now. Free beer, but there's it's the smart fridge. It says we know about their losses. It's called the Victory Fridge, full of free Bud Light, and has been installed in bars around Cleveland that will open when or if the Browns win this season.
Win this season? Just one.
One
Does this say
game.
win?
One game.
Oh,
One game.
the one is going to get it. And then they're going to lose all the rest.
So Bud Light is sponsoring it.
I can see that. I can see Bud Light doing it.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I see Bud Light sponsoring it, but why not have them do? If they had a parade for 0-16, they took down LeBron's poster there in Cleveland after he left to go to the Lakers. Are they going to put up Baker Mayfield there if they start winning? Do you think Baker Mayfield's going to beat out Tyrod Taylor? I mean, Tyrod looks good, but Baker Mayfield kind of looks better.
He does. I think the rookie quarterbacks this year are going to be surprising all around. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be tough for Tyrod. I feel like when he first left Buffalo and went there, I thought for sure, I was like, Tyrod's got it. Obviously, that's his gig. You know, he's finally going to get his show or something. But then when they drafted Mayfield, I don't know.
Yeah, they drafted Baker Mayfield, and nobody knows what they're doing. But the kid looks good. It's just
They have weapons for him.
right. They do. Jarvis Landry, Josh Gordon when he comes back.
Yeah.
Des
Nick Chubb in the backfield.
Chubb, that kid looked good tonight too.
Yeah, he did.
Des Bryant visited them yesterday, so
I saw that, and he was signing Browns memorabilia too.
yeah.
I saw something on Twitter about that. He was signing like Browns jerseys or something like that, or helmets or something.
Yeah, he signed a
That's
he signed a
interesting to
helmet
me.
at the airport. Yeah, it is. He left though yesterday with no deal. So I mean,
Hmm.
he's looking for a 1-year deal with the show that he's gonna that he's worth more. And
Yeah.
I don't. The Browns have the money. It all depends on if they want to bring him in because they already have Jarvis Landry, Josh Gordon, Chubb. You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
Yeah, Cleveland's going to be a sleeper team this year for sure, I think.
You're not going to beat the Steelers.
Uh,
You're going to beat the Steelers.
I'll bet money on that they beat him at least one game this year.
One game.
You want to bet it?
I'll bet you right now $10.
Word. I got
There
it.
we go. There's,
All right.
I'll
there
bet
we
you that.
go. There we go.
I'll bet you that.
So
I want that at home, though. I want that at home.
So we
What, you want
I-
Cleveland to beat Pittsburgh at home?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cleveland has to beat us at home.
Ooh,
I don't know
I
about
don't know
that
about-
one, man.
Yeah, that's a tough.
I
bet.
feel like they can definitely beat Pittsburgh one of the games, but I don't know if it'll happen in Pittsburgh, though.
Statistically,
Pittsburgh's
we are
hard.
horrible. Yeah, but statistically, we are horrible at home. We're better away.
And
look at
Cleveland does
Steelers
play
history.
good in Pittsburgh. They just can't ever pull it out. Like you said, they're not a fourth quarter team.
Yeah, everybody else though can.
You know
crush
what?
us at
I'll
home.
take you on that. I like it.
All right.
Ooh,
Cleveland
alright,
will beat
alright,
Pittsburgh in
alright.
Pittsburgh this year.
I like that.
Bingo.
There we go. We got our first bet of the year. We got fantasy football coming up in like a week and a half. Our draft, so it should be good. 18 teams. Just don't pick all Steelers, and you should be good, Dapper.
I'm not. I'm not gonna do that this year.
You know,
I'm not.
You know, I did a couple mock drafts, and like Yahoo hasn't caught up yet and added any of this year's stats.
Yeah, I've noticed that too because I play on another league, on an ESPN league. and everything's like up to date on that one.
Yeah, I think once they start doing the first season, it'll all be updated by draft. Hopefully,
Oh yeah,
it better be. I'll be pissed if it's not. Yeah,
I
I'm
remember
playing.
last year the ESPN app crashed the first week.
Yeah,
That was craziness. Everybody was pissed. I was pissed. I had two different teams.
ESPN crashes a lot.
That's because they don't have enough. They're not used to having that many people want to play. The Yahoo one
Yeah.
is nice. It's their app is nice, and the nice thing about their app is like I play in another league for Yahoo, and I only have to have one app. I don't have to download it multiple times. It shows both
Mm-hmm.
my teams and everything like that. And the crazy thing is both the day that we draft, I draft for my other league too. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna draft on my phone with one league and use the computer for the other. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
I'm going to the playoffs.
Yeah, you keep saying you're going to the playoffs. Let's get into some stuff. So we had some deaths this week. We've been talking about a lot of deaths and stuff in the last couple episodes. One in professional wrestling, Jim The Anvil Neidhart, the Heart Foundation, passed away from a fall. He succumbed to the fall and died. The three of us, we got a group chat, and we were texting through Monday Night Raw, and they didn't do the opening thing where they normally do, and they didn't do the 10-bell salute, and they had Ronda Rousey come out. I know we all were like, this feels kind of weird, but then when I looked at it, Ronda Rousey's dad committed suicide. So if anybody knows about Lost, that's kind of where they kind of went with this. I kind of felt it was kind of weird that they did it with a storyline though.
I feel that it was. I liked it. I liked the whole way they did it, and then they saved the actual like tribute, like mid part way almost through the rest of Raw. That was actually good. I liked the whole thing. I liked what Ronda said. The storyline was bullshit. They shouldn't have done that, but I liked the whole thing overall. I liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Like you said at first, I was a little bit disappointed, almost upset about it, but as the show went on, it wasn't too bad. And I guess the story is that they're good friends and this and that anyways, so it makes sense. Impact did do a thing at the beginning of their show this week, though, for him.
Yeah, he was in Impact for a short time.
I didn't know that he was even there, but like I was telling you guys in the group chat, I watched Impact last night for the first time in years, probably. And at the beginning of the show, they had a little tribute to him, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Impact's actually they're on top of that much. Every time I watched Impact, which I was pretty big into it, they've always paid respects to everybody that's ever passed away in the wrestling business, that even step foot. It doesn't matter if they step foot and then step foot right back out. They pay tribute to everybody that's ever stepped in that door.
Yeah.
I always liked TNA.
Yeah, I liked it before they started bringing in people like Hogan and
yeah, for sure.
Like the whole
Nash, Bischoff.
Yeah, the whole main event Mafia was a good thing. But then when they tried to do the Aces and 8 angle, I'm like, dude, this is done like a million times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, that was horrible.
Speaking of Jim The Anvil Neidhart, I went down the rabbit hole and watched the Major League Wrestling thing, and they have the new Hart Dynasty with Teddy Hart, which he's kind of like an offspring of, I don't know which Hart, but his mom is some Brett's sister or something. And then you have British Bulldog Jr., and then you have Brian Pillman Jr., which he's being managed or mentored by Kevin Sullivan. Do you think? I don't think WWE would ever bring Teddy back, but do you think they'd bring in Pillman?
Ooh, and I mean, That would be kind of risky. That would be kind of chancy. But if he's popular enough and the money value is there, they'll take a chance on damn near anybody. If
For
the money
sure.
value, if the money value is there, and the people like them, and they see that they can actually mold or correct that character, they're gonna do it. They handcuff people, dude. They handcuff people as soon as they get in there, and then they switch their characters around. So if they find a vulnerable spot to a talent, they'll take it.
Yeah.
So if they're young, do it.
That's kind of what I was saying. I kind of went back and was reading some of the comments on WWE's thing about Jim The Anvil Neidhart, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, he should have got a 10-bell salute and that and everything else." No, he wasn't as popular as everybody else was. That, you know what I mean? So it wasn't. He wasn't a Dusty Rhodes. He was a mid-card guy with Brett with the tag division. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. I really think he should, along with Brett as a
You should
tag team.
absolutely.
Even
You should absolutely.
they actually should put, if they put the Four Horsemen in, they should put the Heart Foundation in.
I was gonna say, yeah. If anything, he should at least be a Hart Foundation Hall of Famer.
If they didn't, that the Hall of Fame would be a fucking joke.
That's
It
one thing I
already
wish
is
the
a
Hall of Fame
joke.
would do. It is. It really is. But I wish they would put more factions into the Hall of Fame, like as
Exactly.
factions. I wish they would do that.
Here's my fucking question. How much bullshit is it that they have a celebrity wing to their Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
wasn't built by celebrities. This was built by fucking, I mean, Mr. T, if you want to claim him as a celebrity back then. Hogan made him. But, I mean, that's what they do. Why the hell would you have a celebrity fucking wing in the Hall of Fame? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's. I mean, our
Kid Rock?
Hey, our fucking president's in the Hall of Fame. Come on.
I know.
Woo woo.
That's when you know. That's when you know you made it big time. Is when you're the president of the United States and you have your own highlight clip of WrestleMania and you're in the WWE Hall of Fame, and you're
Yep.
involved in a storyline where you bought the WWE.
And you shaved off Vince's head.
McMahon's head.
Yeah, exactly.
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley versus the late great Umaga,
Mm-hmm.
the Samoan bulldozer.
Yep. He was a beast, though. That spike was dumb as fuck, though. That was one of the worst fucking finishers ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more like the Tonga Kid spike, but I mean
Yeah.
they're all related anyway, except for Samoa Joe. So we also had, speaking of deaths, we also had Aretha Franklin finally passed away, and the crazy thing about that is she died on the same day as Elvis, and that was 41 years apart. So the king of rock and roll and the queen of soul fucking died 41 years apart. For those that are not watching on the YouTube channel and are listening to on iTunes, you'll just have to figure out what that little laugh is about. But this is crazy, guys. She was good, man. She did the thing at Obama's inauguration, and she did the Blues Brothers movie, and her voice was there.
I remember WrestleMania 6 or 7.
7, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I remember. I just
Aretha
watched
was
it the other day.
That was a great woman. I mean, she did a huge thing for the women's movement. I mean, realistically, Aretha Franklin, she had a huge part in that. So she's a fucking icon. She's a diva.
That she is. She is definitely. Yep. What do you think? There's like a conspiracy there with the 41 years apart that Elvis died and Aretha.
That is weird.
There's always like a hoax that's always involved in a celebrity's death. I mean, every single one has had a hoax behind it.
Yeah, because 15 hours before she died, actually, too, somebody posted an RIP. And everybody's like, oh my God, she died, and then that tweet was taken down. And then 10 hours later, boom, she's dead. So somebody in her camp probably fucked up there while she was, still alive and was like, "Oh, she's gone," you know. And they're like, "Take that tweet down," or who knows. But it's crazy how like the older we get, the more people that we grew up watching or listening to their music just slowly pass away. With, I mean, they were younger when we were younger. They were in their middle ages when we were younger. So it's just strange.
It
I
fucking
will
sucks.
agree. It's very strange. It's yeah.
It fucking sucks, dude. I hate that shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, and also we were talking about the Brian Christopher thing, and it's being investigated. So
That's investigation.
what's that?
That's still under investigation still?
Yeah, because holy shit, man!
Oh shit.
Holy shit!
Sorry,
That's cool.
I'm outside.
That's cool.
Two of them just flew by.
That's awesome. But
I would have been shit in my pants.
but yeah, that's like it's crazy because the way they were described, Jerry Lawler. If you go and listen to the King, Dinner with the King, his podcast, he kind of talks about what's going on, and he's like, there's certain things that I can't talk about and I can talk about, and he says a certain couple things about like how there was pressure like on his hands of a rope impression, but it was around his neck and it wasn't a rope, it was a shoestring, and something's not right there, basically.
I feel for the King, man. It's horrible. I mean, a lot of people disliked him, but in the wrestling business, you got to think everybody's gonna hate somebody. But Jerry the King, I always remember him when I was growing up. He was the funniest part. Him and Jim Ross were the funniest motherfucking part of Raw back then. And then you threw in Grandmaster Sexy and all that shit. That shit was great. The Worm, all that shit. But if you go to jail or been to jail, it's a horrifying place and shit happens. So this investigation might last for a while, and that's horrible for the King's family. Like I have sympathy for that family. It's horrible.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. All right, let's move on to something else, a little less depressing. So reports are coming out that from former writers in WWE about Randy Orton being Randy.
Yeah!
Yeah. If you don't know like the wrestling business and how this works, like Jim Cornette.
You should.
Yeah, Jim Cornette kind of talked about it on his podcast, and he basically was like, it's kind of an old adage of what Dusty used to do to people when he was the booker in the locker room. When green guys would show up, he would just be standing there in his cowboy boots, and he would be scratching his ass and say, "Hey, how you doing?" and want to shake your hand. In the wrestling business, a handshake is a handshake, and if you don't shake somebody's hand, it basically means you're big timing them. So Randy would pull out his dick and want people to shake his hand after that, and or tell them that. Anyway, this all came out, and I guess it's under investigation. Do you guys think we'll see Randy gone from WWE over this?
Go ahead, Joe.
I don't think we will. I think it's going to go away. I think that's what's going to happen. What I'm going to say about the whole thing, because I watched the Jim Cornette podcast, when that first came out, I said the same thing. If I was any of them guys, I would have grabbed his dick. I would have been like, "Oh, what up? Fuck you, asshole. Like, I ain't shaking your hand. I'm shaking your fucking dick. You're Randy Orton. You want to be naked in front of me? Let's go." I don't know. That's where I would have been.
Somebody asked Freddie Prinze Jr. because if you don't know, Freddie Prinze Jr. used to be a writer for WWE on Raw. Freddie Prinze Jr. was asked if he ever shook Randy Orton's hand, and he came back with hell no. And so obviously everybody knows that happened. Yeah, like you said, kid. I think it's going to be swept under the rug because it's part of the business.
Dude,
And it's Randy too. I don't see Randy's their moneymaker. I mean, not their moneymaker, but he's one of the top moneymakers. And again, like Dapper said earlier, if they see money in anything, they're going for it.
dude, Randy Orton is a fucking living legend. If you watch all this fucking bullshit, have you ever seen the huge video of him almost punching this little Indian dude? Like, because he would, the way he was talking to him. Like, Randy is known for being a dickhead. If you approach him wrong or disrespect him, he's going to treat you like shit. I mean, he's cocky.
Right.
But he's stepped under the rug. You're just not going to see him for a while.
Yeah, I think if you saw on SmackDown, they kind of like peered toward him, and then like the camera like kept him at an angle. I think what they're trying to do is keep him off of TV for a slight minute, and then and then bring him back on.
They'll bring him back as a face.
No, hell no. You can't do that to Randy Orton, dude. He is a natural heel.
He is.
He is a
but
fucking
that's how
heel,
he'll come
dude.
back, though, after all of this.
That
So
is
that everybody
stupid.
just forgets about it, and they're all like, Randy, Randy, Randy. Dude, the
Yeah.
girls love him, dude. My old lady, as soon as she hears his music, him and Roman Reigns, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like,
My girl did that too. She was like, she hates me watching wrestling. She's like, that's all you do all day is watch wrestling clips. I'm like, oh, shut up. And then Randy Orton comes on. She's like, who the fuck is that dude? I'm like, that's Randy Orton. I like him. Of course you do. It's Randy fucking Orton. What the fuck?
Right. Yeah, I think it's gonna get like we've been saying, it's swept under the rug. Nothing's gonna come
Nothing
of
to
it.
come out of it.
I've heard of this stuff from Randy in the past before, and that's why I think it's going to be swept under the rug, or I've read stuff, different rumors and stuff on Twitter and from other people that he's done similar stuff like this in the past. So,
Well,
I remember he had a sexual lawsuit once. Yeah, I think he had a sexual lawsuit once against one of the talent back in the day when he first started.
Kelly.
Yeah, bingo.
Yeah, but it also goes on. If you go back and listen to like any of the Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella stories, how they got together, Sheamus used to run in on them naked all the time. So, you know what I mean? It's part of the business. It's part of the fraternity.
it is.
Oh.
It's,
Together.
What's that? What'd you say, Dapper?
They're all fucking each other. They're on the road with each other all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like they're on the road all the time.
Right.
I mean, fuck.
real quick before I forget, I was reading this right before I got on here. AJ Styles just tweeted this out. He is now the longest reigning champ in SmackDown history.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for
SmackDown.
that. I love AJ. I mean, SmackDown isn't the show, but still.
Yeah.
It's about to end though.
Yeah.
I think all of it is going to come to a head here once they figure out what they're going to do. If you listen to Triple H's media call, somebody asked him what the deal was when they moved to Fox. They're having a lot of issues to where they're not sure what they're going to do, because are they going to put talent here? Are they going to put talent there? I think the biggest thing that they need to do is get rid of the brand split and just have one main roster.
Mm-hmm.
Kill off some
Yeah,
of these
they-
belts. Kill off some of these belts.
For sure.
Like have
Make a
one
women's tag belt.
women's tag belt, one men's tag belt, the Intercontinental belt, the U.S. belt, the Heavyweight Championship, and fuck that Universal belt if Brock Lesnar's
Yep.
gonna keep it.
You can keep it on his mantle.
Yeah, let him keep it on his mantle and go to UFC and do his fucking thing. All right,
Yep.
so we got the Florida story of the week. Florida man in Tampa is on Facebook, and he's having a political discussion with another man that he doesn't know. They start exchanging words, addresses, and the other man shows up at the other man's house with a Glock and an AR-15. The guy comes outside, the guy with the guns, steps back, and this is his quote. He's like, I took 2 steps back, I shot the man in the hip, and then as he ran away, I shot him in his ass. These two don't know each other, and I guess the guy that got shot is a convicted felon. So,
Shit.
yeah. So, and he has no political affiliation. He was just being a troll. So, is Facebook?
It's like some real life Jay and Silent Bob shit.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's what I was. Well, it's Florida, so it happens all the time. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Speaking of political debates and stuff like that, Mike Ness from Social Distortion is being accused of what is that? Beating up a fan.
I got last hot dog.
Damn, when did this happen? I missed that.
It happened last night.
What happened?
Kid die?
I heard it on Rocket. Fucking dad shot a son at the dinner table because he took the last hot dog. It happened on East 23rd and Ash.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the eerie news.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. But Mike Ness jumped in the crowd and apparently punched somebody over political debate about Donald Trump. We keep seeing more and more of this stuff going on. My biggest thing is to say is why? Dude, you're making millions of dollars. Does it really fucking matter that you don't like the president and you're just gonna jump in and punch somebody in the face and get sued?
Yeah, because you're about to lose a big chunk of your money now. I mean, you're still going to have a lot of money, but just because, yeah, like you said, I don't know.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. I don't get into political shit anyways, myself personally. Like, I can give a fuck less. Like, I do me, I take care of my own and keep to myself, so none of that shit bothers me. But when I do see these celebrities and shit act all crazy, like, oh my God, you got so much better things you could be doing with your platform than that.
Yeah.
Dude, Mike Ness is a cool, relaxed dude. Like, why he did that, he must have pushed him to the serious edge because he's a real laid-back dude.
Yeah,
you are right about that.
Yeah, and at this stage in life, the dude's up there in age, so this dude had to have done something really bad to piss him off, to make him jump off and beat the shit out of him. I mean, if he did, that's we're saying if he did. I saw the video. It doesn't really show much, but you never know.
I mean, just leave Ness alone, dude. He's a legend. I mean, that dude's been through some shit.
That was the first thing I said. Why even mess with him? Like,
right. I'm actually going to see Social Distortion next month in Athens, Georgia.
Ask him about it.
Ask him about it. Yeah, if I get close enough.
Yeah, be like, yo, we got a little podcast. We just need a little bit of insight on what's going on.
Yeah, if I can. If I can finagle my way backstage, yeah, I'll do that. I'll sit down with Mike Nash and I'll record it on my phone and I'll put it in the video.
Nice.
That would be awesome.
That would be.
So Venom, if y'all seen the trailer for Venom, I guess it's gonna be rated PG and not R. I think this needs an R rating. It needs an R rating. It needs to be fucking crazy, like it's intended to be. Venom is not a PG character.
No. Somebody needs to take it like Deadpool, like Ryan Reynolds did, and do it on their own, and that's what needs to be done.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I mean, over the years, they have screwed so many comic book characters up. If you think about it realistically, who's the biggest fucking one that's been screwed over time that is getting the wrong rating? Batman. Batman is not. That is not a kid show. Batman is not kids. That's not. It's not supposed to be for it. Look at Gotham. Look at how dark it was.
Mm-hmm.
That is even worse. Look at Carnage. That dude kills shit at random. It's carnage, for Christ's sake, and Venom. It should have an R rating. This is getting fucked over, and I'm sick of this shit in Hollywood. Like, I'm about to never watch a movie again.
Well, here's another fuck up that's about to happen. I just read the other day that fucking Tom Cruise is gonna be in the Green Lantern.
The Green, yeah, that's just gonna be a second flop.
But another one. Jamie Foxx is playing Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
seen that
what?
too.
That's
I was
gonna be
super
good.
pissed about that.
Why? That's gonna be good.
I mean, it could
Really?
be, but he's like a comedian. He's not a serious person. And
Oh, he's
Spawn better be R, and that shit better. Spawn was one of my favorite movies as a kid, so I just feel like
They cannot use CGI. They cannot use too much CGI.
they're gonna fuck it up.
Well, no, listen, this isn't backed by anybody but Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane's shelling out his own money for this shit, so it's gonna be that good.
Well, he does.
So it's like a Ryan Reynolds Deadpool. And so yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't know. I seen the Jamie Foxx and Spawn thing and just totally kept going. I was like, nope, don't even have any interest in that.
They got
Venom R, and everything else needs to be R. If they're going into the dark characters, you have to make them appropriate for what they're doing. Unless you're not going for a comic book angle.
They're not. They're dumbing everything down for society. That's what it is, because they don't want to hurt this person's feelings or offend this person. I swear that's
why Disney.
I swear that's what it's all about,
that's
man.
Kind of like why Disney announced that they're gonna introduce a gay character.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
You already have a.
Don't bother me either, but
No, it doesn't
like,
bother me either. But why do you have to throw it in there that just to appease
that's what I'm saying. Like, after all this years, like, why now?
Right. Not only that, but Deadpool has a gay character.
Exactly.
Atomic Teenage
Deadpool
Wonder.
is gay.
Yeah.
Well, he's pansexual.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, Tom Cruise is the Green Lantern in the Green Lantern Corps, dude. That doesn't make fucking. It's not gonna fit right, man. That character is not. Ryan Reynolds tried, and he worked with what they gave him, and he tried, and then they put him in fucking X-Men and gave him no mouth for Deadpool, and it's like
money, man.
You know what I mean?
That was the dumbest Deadpool ever.
Yes. But DC anime, DC is coming out. We talked about this, but DC is coming out with their own streaming service, and they're going to be coming out with the Teen Titans TV show, and then they're going to have their own movies. Batman Hush is going to get released on there, the anime. I'm a big DC anime fan because it's more realistic. It's more towards the comic. It's more towards the storyline, and they put their own twist on things. I like Marvel too, but their movies sometimes are a little too much.
Their fucking movies are fucking horrible. DC is where it's at, dude, but they're doing them wrong too. I'll tell you who needs another fucking reboot is fucking Catwoman, and that needs to be done right, because Catwoman is a huge... I love Catwoman.
Yeah, it's never been done right, ever.
No,
ever.
And
Poison Ivy, too.
Yep.
There's so many people.
Catwoman
Two-Face, Riddler.
Yeah, but Catwoman is the biggest part of that. She grew up with Bruce Wayne. I mean, they've been in love with each other. They need a huge fucking thing about that.
Well, if they go,
Poison Ivy did too.
Right, and if they go by the comic, which the comic is actually putting out the Batman series where him and Catwoman get married. If they go by that, they kind of did it in Batman Killing Joke when they let Batgirl fuck Batman. It kind of fucking. It was crazy. Those like I started watching it, and when that happened, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely not a kids movie at all.
It's never been, except for when it was fucking Adam West. That was kid shit. Look, even the old movies.
Disney.
Yeah.
They're Disney movies.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that's true.
Disney Warner Brothers, the old ones, I believe.
Yeah, it is. But Batman is just so realistic that he's so believable. That's why everybody loves him.
I think the old ones made it so good because Tim Burton was the director. That's why so many people like the old ones.
Exactly. I mean, I loved it. I loved it.
I feel like he would be someone good to come on to make something like that because he like depicted Gotham very well. I thought.
Yeah, he did, and
in his
the whole thing with Ben Affleck not wanting. I don't know what the deal is right now with Ben Affleck and Batman, but there's talks of another person playing Batman and Ben Affleck directing it. It's all up in the air right now. It's all fucked up. But
it needs to be.
Ben Affleck.
It needs to be.
Ben Affleck as Batman doesn't work for me.
It doesn't. He looks more like a Clark Kent.
No, he's more of a Robin.
I hate fucking Ben Affleck.
He could play Nightwing, and that's it. There you go.
I feel like he's too big to be Nightwing, though.
Yeah.
Christian Bale needs to be Batman again. He was perfect for it.
You know that
Michael Keaton needs to come back and be Batman.
Yeah, an older version of Batman and have a younger Batman like they did in the cartoon.
Yeah.
The Teen Titans Go to the Movies movie. I watched the beginning of it. Within the first 5 minutes, they had me cracking up because they were making fun of Marvel throughout the whole first 5 minutes, and I'm like, oh, all right. And it's definitely not a kids movie.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right, we're coming up to that time, so we're gonna get the fuck out of here and go do our normal shit on Friday night. Well, this is be recorded on a Friday. It's not going to get dropped till a Sunday. But till next time, guys, we're out of here. Remember, if you want to email the show with any show ideas, you can do that at EverdaySchmoesPodcast at mail.com. You can find me on Twitter at Greenie4201. Dapper, are you on Twitter?
Yeah. It's Dapper D's Crazy World.
What about you, kid?
I am. I believe it's just Kid Syko. Maybe Kid Syko 3. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of psychos there on Twitter.
It's spelled SYKO, so it sticks out a little bit differently.
Individuality.
Yeah.
Right on.
Deadpool is the profile picture.
Okay.
So
cool.
That'll help.
All right. Yeah, and we also are on dayspace.com and YouTube, and hopefully by this time this comes out, I'll find out if we're on iTunes yet and if they accepted it. So, till next time, fuck y'all later. We're out of here. Peace.
Yeah.
Later.